Boop boop. Oh wow, it all's working. It's like magic. All right, now let's do the socials. Oops. We can't have space just drifting around being stupid. Stupid space. I'll lock the both of these. Okay. That's all good shit right there. All right. Yeah, of course I'm hearing random noises outside. Mac, it's okay. Shut up. Oh, you can spin a wheel. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how long I want to wait. I did tweet it, right?
Nancy Pelosi, or Nancy as I call her, she doesn't want to hear the truth, and she doesn't want to hear, more importantly, the American people hear the truth. So we just found out that she's canceled it, and I think that's a great blotch on the incredible country that we all love. It's a great, great, horrible mark. I don't believe it's ever happened before, and it's always good to be part of history, but this is a very negative part of history.
Oh my god! No idea why they're making so much room back there. Okay. I think it'll be fine. It was really loud for a second there, but whatever. Okay. Here we go. Oh, this should be open. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. I don't know if I should get something to drink or not. Okay, that's empty. That's enough for... Okay. Let's do the old recording thing. Hello. No, none of that works. Don't use any of that. None of that's gonna work. You need to try something else. Hello and welcome to Smoke and Madness, the show that I'm doing. I took notes, but they're over there. Wait right here. All right. This episode's about Lindsay Ellis. That's why I made some notes. Again, this is the way this is done now. I record these live on my YouTube live channel, so you can watch them as I'm making them, and then I edit the footage later, and hopefully it makes a little bit of sense. And that's what you're watching now, or you're here live. You aren't here live. There's no one here live. This is day 2 of me recording these in a row. I'm not going to say that that's going to be a constant, but I want you to know that I've not seen any of the comments that anyone might have put in any of the videos that it might have come before this one. And this is Smoke and Madness, and the episode's about Lindsay Ellis, because I need to get it out of my system. I need to puke it all up and be done with it and put it in a spot where it records how I am in 2019. And it's kind of an open letter to her. There's no good way to talk about personal... How do you start this conversation? Again, one of the last things that Lindsay ever said to me was they need to stop self-medicating and get a shrink. I still haven't gotten a shrink, but I have made different improvements in my life, and I think that things might be better. And one day I might get a shrink. I'm not saying that I'm above it or anything. I'm just saying, you know, that shit's expensive. At the time, I was being really toxic on Twitter. I mean, to be fair, nobody knew what toxic on Twitter could actually be. But for the time, I was pretty toxic, apparently. I don't really remember what I said. I know a lot of stuff that I used to do was shit on Channel Awesome. And I definitely remember the fact that Lindsay and them were going to split off of Channel Awesome and put on some more content creators, including Dan Olson and Rantasmo, myself. Who else was in that opening? Sursum Ursa? No, she came in after. She came like right when I got fired. It was like... Because I don't even know if I did a tune for her. At any rate, my point being is, what is your point? Well, let's look at my notes. I'm sure that I wrote down something. Oh yeah, be positive. The first thing I wrote is, I think we were friends. So I want to explain that the living situation I was in was a little bit more chaotic than I think my brain was able to manage. I think if I was in LA and constantly working, I don't think my interactions would have gotten as weird as they got. I was always criticizing Channel Awesome. I couldn't understand why Channel Awesome wasn't picking anyone up, and they knew that. That was like a really constant complaint. But more than that, like there became a point where it was just like the Nostalgia Critic was putting out garbage, and is still true now. And I was making a bunch of comments about it because I still couldn't believe it. But that's neither here or there. I keep, like I said, the point of these notes is to try to keep this concise. And I had this better in my head earlier. It has nothing to do with that, because I was just as that earlier. The problem with talking about this is it looks like I'm fixated. And it's less that I'm fixated, and it's more that I just don't... know if things never need to be over, I guess. Let me make an analogy, and this won't be relevant, but it at least is kind of relevant. So when I was going to college, I was really girl crazy. I had just been broken up with by the person I thought was like the hottest girl I was ever going to date and the most interesting girl I was ever going to date. And I felt really, really low. And when she dumped me, I got really fixated. Like really, really, really fixated. And I'm not saying like Lindsay dumped me. But I noticed, and I remember this, I really remember just missing being her friend. Because I'd never quite had a friend like her before. And I even remember distinctly being like, and it's interesting that I had no, I feel like I wasn't, and I've sensed there's been many women in my life that have been like this, but there's always like this worry for me because I got so girl crazy that I would just try to hit on everybody that even gave me the remotest amount of attention. Obviously, I've curbed that quite a bit. And it helps that I have people that are attracted to me and we talk all the time. So it's like that ego stroke is not really an issue. And I sleep next to somebody every night, you know. So it's not like... But my point being... God damn, what is your point? I got really fixated on Allison. Yeah, and then you said, make sure that this isn't an analogous to fucking... thinking that you were dating Lindsay. All right, can we try again? Okay. Oh, yeah, I remember what my point was. It's a terrible point. Let's just go back. I got a better idea. See, this is what you miss. You miss a bunch of stuff live because I just edited a bunch of interesting blah, blah nonsense about my ex-girlfriend that I'm not going to talk about until I do a video about my ex-girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend who did art for extra credits. Because everything is so fucking circular. Like, it's weird the connections I have. Lost. Okay, so I guess my point with this is the reason I haven't tried to make a video like this before, and the reason why right now I'm really hemming and hawing on it, is because this video looks like I'm fixated. I've kind of been talking about Lindsay on and off for since April, a little bit before April. But when everyone stopped talking to me, for reasons that I'm sure are my fault, I just can't remember. And it's not because I smoke a lot of weed or whatever the fuck. It's just because I can't... My brain got really dark. It got really dark on a really regular level. And I was just like... It was just like a bad... This is like a bad scene. Like, I don't want to talk... It doesn't matter why it was a bad scene. This is a bad scene. And... because it's such a bad scene, you know, like, it's hard to be your best person. And I've since been in kind of in worse places and better places since then, but, like, not alone. Like, me and Heather have been kind of in stuff together, but I really haven't thought about this stuff for a while. But making the last video made me think about it a lot, and there's a lot of things in that opening video that I'm going to go on in depth. And I started with Lindsay because I need to get this all out. I need to get it out and be done with it. And I need to repeat myself as many times as possible. One toke over the line, sweet Jesus, one toke over the line. Sitting in the back of the railway station, one toke over the line. It's gonna be okay. See, I stopped self-medicating a while ago. That was for fun. Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay, Soda Pop, we get it. So, the point of this video. I know what everything looks like, right? I know, how isn't it convenient Lindsay's the most successful she's ever been. Oh, isn't it convenient this guy's coming out of the woodwork to be like, I knew her once. Oh, isn't it convenient that now things are better and where's the proof? Yeah, I know. I get it. I think I had a Twitter meltdown like a week ago, but it minor for me. It was, all this stuff was like kind of belching out of me. Like, I don't throw up very often. I threw up at Sci-Fi Guy's New Year's party, which is embarrassing. And but like, that's how this feels like emotionally. So it's all messy and fucked. But you know me, man. If I'm gonna puke, I'm gonna puke in public. So let's just get it all out. So I know what this looks like. Lindsay's doing great. And I'm like, yeah, well, all you guys that are doing great, you know. It sucks because I want to help. And I feel like the answer is always going to be, you're not going to be able to help. You're more of a hindrance. Because I'm realistic and self-loathing. Like, all of these internet groups talk about me, ultimately decide I'm not really worth the... It's fair. I mean, like, I'm kind of mediocre, right? Like, I make mediocre content. I do mediocre world building. I do mediocre jokes. My opinion on movies is pretty basic. Whatever. It just sucks because I saw this stuff coming and I haven't been saying stuff out loud. It's ridiculous, the things that I notice. Patterns are so easy to notice. Once you realize conspiracies are bullshit, which most of them are, it's real easy to find actual legitimate patterns. Weird examples of this. This isn't me like, I'm not like reading the bones or nothing. This is just looking at how things are going. But I called the year that we had the Yasuo skin in League of Legends. I know, League of Legends. Just don't zone out. I called in Fortnite a lot of stuff. Me and Ricky might have to have a conversation about it in Fortnite, and we'll do that. Here's the clip of that conversation. What a good idea for a break from this Lindsay talk. God damn it. All this editing for nothing, right? Jesus. And we're back. But yeah, I predicted a bunch of stuff. I predicted Donald Trump was going to fucking fully win. But I only thought he was going to win the Republican thing, and I figured just enough regular old folks were going to vote Hillary in. I did not think. Oof. I mean, I feel bad because I was not in a position to vote. I was also in Alabama, where my vote was pretty highly irrelevant, and Michigan, where it was very irrelevant. Oof, Michigan. I'm not going to get into why I didn't vote, but there are a lot of reasons. After Trump won, I registered to vote locally. So, I voted and everything since. Get off me about it. And hopefully because of which, Doug Jones is like a Democrat from Alabama. So, say what you fuckers want about Lindsay Ellis and these other motherfuckers that live in these liberal-ass motherfucking cities. I'm down here in the South, motherfucker, with painted fingernails. I could get a hate crimed any second. I wear gold shoes now on the regular. I could get hate crimed by somebody in a second. Shit. Okay? I'm an ally. Fuck, can I be an ally now? Jesus. Can I be an ally now? That's so fucking lame. And I'm an atheist, and there's not enough level-headed atheists out there anymore. They're all co-opted by this Sargon and then Jordan Peterson. Holy moly! I've been watching people talk about Jordan Peterson, but boy, I might have some reaction videos to that in the future. My point is, I'm not useless, and I want to figure out a way to contribute without money right now, or just for now. But that's the thing, I don't mind contributing to a channel that I'm not even making necessarily money on, not for exposure, but you know what I'm saying. I just want to help, man. Peace. I know things were bad before. I know I did fucked up things. Willing to make very in writing deals about Twitter usage, because I don't even like using Twitter that much. Honest to fuck. I'm not. This is cut the YouTube music. Legitimately, what do I gotta do? I'm sorry. I miss you guys. I don't want to hold anyone against anyone because I don't have time for it anymore. But, fuck you if you don't want to. It's fine, whatever. It turns out when you know that you're borderline a sociopath, you know that you can make new friends if you need to make new friends. And I'm okay with making new friends. But I think it's a shame to waste the effort. I really give a shit. I really do. I miss talking to you guys. It'd be nice to include Heather, too. She's my left brain. She keeps me... Well, okay, here's a point. I think my mom would have sufficed for this because I'm pretty narcissistic, but, one of the many reasons I don't kill myself is because I don't want to consider the mess that I would personally leave for Heather to deal with, the physical corpse. And I know you could, I could go jump off a bridge or something, then it'd be the corner. But Heather still have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Someone's got to pay, or my mom or my dad or whatever. It's fucked up. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put myself in a position to be in an accident. I'm trying to get myself in a position where I'm not gonna I'm trying to eat better. I'm trying to cut the sugar again. And I'm working. It's actually working. The holidays are so fucked, dude. But I'm trying to cut the sugar again because I got real clear-headed when I cut the sugar. And I nearly came back, but there's no one to come back with. I didn't have much going on. I got pretty fixated on League of Legends. I don't need to be. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to be shitty. But that's my defense mechanism when I'm actually trying not to cry. But it just sucks. It sucks the last thing that someone says to you, you're fun to be around, and then it's you know, just everyone's... I get people are busy. I'm not trying to be like... Anyway, I guess that's it. I guess it was mostly to Lindsay. It isn't really to Lindsay specifically, I guess. Stupid, isn't it? I like her. We had great conversations. I really miss that. Since we're being real, therapist, I can watch her videos fine. Like the Lindsay persona, fine. Like but I was watching that Black Nerd Lindsay Ellis Bumblebee thing, and I had to turn it on. I couldn't get like 4 minutes in, or I had to turn the shit off. It was too much. It was like, no, that was too real. That's so embarrassing. Let me think. I mean, you gotta... I dug that hole. I should try to dig my way back out. There's no real digging my way out, is there? I don't know. It just hurt me really bad. I'm not saying that I would have reacted much better to a suspension. I'm not saying that firing me wasn't the right choice, because it was. I was in a really bad place. It was hard to make people around me take it seriously. I guess I didn't really make that clear. I don't really want to talk about that here because they're not under indictment. I have no intention to really talk about the specifics because, like, it doesn't matter because it's irrelevant to my relationship with everybody involved now because we've all moved on. Like, we were a family. We ran a business together. I don't have to say anything else. Like, there was just, everyone has a drama and their own perspective on that drama. The only thing that was happening was just like constant drama. And I didn't realize until being away from it for as long as I have, like, me and Heather have no drama. Like, it's ridiculous. But we know each other. We've basically have social contracts in place that have been working out the entire time that we've been living together. And she's my favorite person. So I don't know. I just, yeah, whatever I gotta do. Honestly. And even if it's small shit in the beginning, just to make sure that I'm consistent and we build up to from there, anything would be great. I know I might have said some fucked up shit and gleefully burned bridges. I honestly do not remember what I said, and I didn't mean anything. It's like in a, just lashing out. I get defensive when I feel stuff. Doesn't matter. So wherever you're gonna do art, I'm gonna do art, motherfucker. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to keep talking about this. I feel like I got the point out, right? Me have heap big feelings for... No, you can't do that shit. I have a lot of weird feelings that I've definitely not dealt with. But I feel like just dealing with it, even just this way, is fine for now. I feel better. Right? Yeah. Not perfect, but, better. This is going to be real weird to edit later. It wasn't that bad before. I can do this one. This isn't too bad. Okay. Well, next episode's going to be fun because I'm going to watch Han Solo again. The whole fun movie. I'm going to watch because it's on Netflix and I don't have to spend any money. Oh, I wanted to point out one thing. I forgot, and I put it in my notes so I wouldn't forget. Oh, I did say sorry. Oh, and yeah, I want you to know if I don't hear from anybody, I'm still gonna make stuff. Like, I'm not gonna quit. That hiatus was weird. We had to move, and then I had some really weird jobs in a row, and I'll tell you about that later. But that between April and now, a lot of weird shit happened. So just know that I may be able to make videos now because things are stable again, hopefully. But I did say sorry. But I forgot. I wanted to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy too. I can edit this in before the emotional bit because I won't be emotional for this. Is this done? I'm giving all she got, Captain. Okay. So, Lindsay also has a great video on Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I want to point out something. Just because we have drama and shit doesn't mean I ever stop being a fan of hers. So whatever that measure of anything means, her content's always been fine. However, I mean, I've already done this joke, but throw a fucking light in the background, Lindsay. Fuck me. Come on, just do it. For me. Put a light in the background for me. You're friends with ContraPoints. You drive me bonkers. Just do it. Just do it, Lindsay. Just do it. Just buy one smart light. You'll like it because it's nice. It actually is. I leave this one on when I play Fortnite because it gets me in the zone. I play with other grown men. Okay, I don't. Proof. Okay, cool. I got another clip in there. Holy shit. So anyway, oh my god, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Okay, Lindsay has a great episode, and it's how she relates to it in relation to her relationship with her dad, who I believe, I can't remember the context of an episode, and I don't want to say things wrong. So, there's emotions applied to a father figure. Got it. All right, so, I only could watch her videos like once. There used to be a time where I would binge watch everybody's videos, but I ain't got time for that. Any rate, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 makes me cry every time because I always feel like Rocket Raccoon. Fuck, why am I getting like... Oh, because I imagined Rocket Raccoon. Yeah. This gets into, like, fixating on the weird my entire life. Why I kind of, I think I insist on wanting to paint my nails black. You know, don't mind. I mean, I wore this around all the time. This is a real advertisement of what I was into. No, this was in Florida, though. Like, they don't know none of this shit. I'm going to take it off because it'll fuck up the continuity, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, fucking Thresh. Anyway, so, yeah, I relate to Rocket Raccoon. I feel like that's the entire, for story, like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's really easy to... I do and say the things I say because that's what I do as a reaction. I've since learned to just barf that shit out at Heather and make sure it doesn't sound crazy. But I usually temper it these days. Like I'm not the same person as I was. And like I said, I don't need to do Twitter meltdowns, turns out. I also have a dog. Here's a picture of my dog. I have a dog. That helps. He screams when he poops still. I don't know how you make. I think I have to like go to a dog psychiatrist before I can go to a real psychiatrist. That's so fucked up. Milton, just get better. He's so fucking triggered, but he pees outside now, so. I mean, now no good scenario is without its problems. Because he's healthy otherwise, it's cool. He's pretty he's lazy. He's a corgi. They're fucking lazy. Milton, you're not a data dog. You're a dummy dog. Milton, who's a baby? Milton. I don't think he knows his name is Milton. Bama, Milton. I think he kind of responds to those. He's like too lazy to respond. Can I pet you? He's in his cage and the chair makes him weird, so I don't want him to bite me. Can you bite me? Okay, go. Just a good boy. Oh, you're so good. Oh, there's no pain in the world. There's no pain in the world. There's only puppers. He's a dog. He's a dog. With your Patreon money, we can get a dedicated webcam on my cute dog. He's mostly hanging out over there. So I can't. It's so hard to sell myself. It's so and it's hard enough to just do all the other stuff I try to do. At any rate, yeah, I really like that Guardians of the Galaxy episode. What other notes do I have before we get into this heavy emotional shit from when I edit this differently? Oh, I'm really worried everyone thinks I'm like Justin. Okay, so get that out of the way. I'm not a rapist. I'm polyamorous. Kind of bisexual. We're gonna move on. That's a whole episode, so don't worry about that. That's it. I don't know. My brain is so fuzzy on that. I remember really talking to her a lot when my situation was a little bit more stable. But then when it got unstable, it was really hard to take it. It's hard to explain. Like I said, it's not important why there were problems. There were problems. And yeah, I would love to discuss that privately if anyone wants to hear me out. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the fucked up things I said before. Okay, cool. Here's stuff that I said earlier that was highly emotional. Boop. I'm taking a quick break, and then I'm going to come back with art. I'm saying to nobody. Unless you're watching this in the future because you just missed it. Okay. All right.